looking at short, a pretty one, and yesterday I did take in another short position, but I think I put my stop loss too close. Yeah, you just put my stop loss and it just go all the way down here. It happens. It happens. I think I should have waited for a confirmation along this breakup structure and then pre-entered along this fair value gap, the 50 of the panel, restart out in here instead of putting it in here. It happened. It is something for me to up in the 9 or trade. Amazing. Anyways, putting that aside, I mean, I don't even awake at this. It's like 1 a.m. So no excuse, but just I don't think I could have done better. But for gold, if you're looking at it, I'm still on the bigger time frame. I think the price of gold can still have an upside potential, especially considering the macro is supporting another bullish price on gold. Even though it's in the overbought region, but I mean, people that are shorted gold when it's overbought in here is, yeah, kind of right. Gold can stay overbought for very, very long, especially when it's had a big reset on the weekly though. You always check the weekly first. Weekly RSI is a signal for everything. But now, I mean, looking at this, should one continue to go long? I mean, gold is still breaking out, but the thing is that this really bullish for metals. If you're looking at the XLE, yeah, yeah. Silver is also breaking out, and usually in markets like this, it's not a good idea to go short on metals. Oh wow, I've since then too. And you're looking at the XLE, we go and still, wow, there isn't any chart in here, but the silver is outperforming gold, and this is very bullish for the metals. You've seen that April low here, but recently, I mean, it's on the way for April low, but recently it has been a 50% move up, even though gold only has around 8%. So silver is outperforming gold. My view on gold is still very bullish, though I would just wait for until it finishes pullback, and I would looking for long and DCA it. Stop loss. I'll probably enter in here with a very small size and put my stops all the way in here. Should be at least 1 to 1 R. I think I'm gonna enter this as 0.1 R, and later on I will just, if it go down another 5 or 2 to 3%, also enter more if there is a structural shift. Yeah, we wrapped up. It should be forming a fifth wave, and then it should go higher. Could be catching another 4 wave here. And the third is very explosive. If it entered below this 314, 3400 region was over cancel the position. But if a low is formed above this 3400 OH region, we're looking for longs. Actually, you can just adjust in here near the equilibrium. What man? Basically, just 0.5 Fibonacci. Okay, I can speak. Use my plan. Looking for two of this. I did for gold. Next is the Euro USD. Seasonality wise, the I still holding a position on this, but if the Fed cut rate and if the NFP is coming up in this weekend, and if all this turn out to be bullish for the USD, then I would be closing my trades. I'm still opening it, though I have taken some profit. Not like this. It's only like one sitting for. Think one some profit and this big ass drop over here. Yeah, I think it is like. Sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened here. But also the interest rate decision of the European Central Bank coming on in next Thursday. It could turn out to be they'll be just keeping rate flat. Although European Central Bank has a tendency to cut interest rate, so we were looking for that. USD is also looking for cutting rates, and the central bank is also looking to it. I'm just holding short in here. If you break over this, I will add to my position. For now, I've seen this trade in my profile account, and you can really stream problems because the anything is valid some of their privacy in the terms and condition. Well, you can. I don't really know. But I would maybe I would do it in a future videos. I will check if it's possible. But I think it's not possible. Yeah, seeing this short trade in Swiss franc and Japanese yen. The Japanese yen is raising interest rate, has a tendency to raise interest rate over the years, and that is something that works. Anyways, putting these to before you can be a bit. It is bullish for USD in this kind of one, so it also means bearish for the JPY. That's why I'm shorting it. Also, the Swiss franc is very related to gold. So I think at some point I will trade a pullback. My profit level could also be in the equilibrium. Could be put that so loss over here. Although even though this is just a small trade, not going to raise a lot. That's the forex part of this video. Bond yield is still going down. This means that investors' money is getting out of the US government bond yield, and the last time it happened, you see that the market is going downward. We've seen that December sell can be seen across every market except gold. The stock market, the Bitcoin is also declined ever since that tariff announcement. So with this decline in the US 10-year yield, recently it's been making low highs, so low lows. We've got equal lows, about equal. We'll see if it break over this level. To see if it break over this, we're expecting for more downside. Yes, that's a bit of a bond yield analysis and why it's related to all of these markets. You could just stress all this all over here. We'll just trail stop this. If you take a stop loss, we'll just leave it. If not, I want to just trail stop all the way down here. A big imbalances is needed to be filled on the velocity. That's enough for this forex stuff. On Bitcoin, if you're looking at it from a technical standpoint, firstly, look at the Bitcoin weekly chart. We're still above the value area low. Yes, we're still above the value area low. And currently, Bitcoin is a bit ready to go, believe it or not, because they are both risk asset, but one is safe risk asset and is safe haven. I mean, with that new high, even though Bitcoin has been lackluster, it means that the market is going on a risk of sentiment. You can look at the Bitcoin to gold ratio. Sentiment is declining, but I think that when the risk, but you cannot just be risk on, risk off forever. I think at some point it's like indeed you remember this June low. I think if we break above this high, stopping and lower highs on the Bitcoin to gold ratio. I think we are going to see a big push up towards in Bitcoin, and gold is going to go sideways. For now, I don't have any trade yet, although I can look for another one right in here because actually I'm going to just very trading. I'm just practicing. Looking for a long actually. I was initially trying to. This is interesting. It is very close above the fair value gap. So I mean, even though now I can just buy a little bit. Super stop loss. Oh, fucking hell, man. Sorry for cursing. Yeah. Looking for a let's see key levels. It's previous month high. Just low it here and I will go to DC it if something turns bad. I have done my analysis beforehand. Yeah, I'm going to do it and I'm going to pay attention to this rule. You can see I already go long, went long, and I was actually going to make a video just yesterday, and usually because I noticed this, the value get up, and you could think, no, this gap got invalidated and this gap got validated. If this got validated, I will make it for new longs, but now here we are. I mean, you should be looking at it from a structural point. I mean, it is in the lower time frame, we're making low, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, still in the uptrend, and just long in the pullback. And looking at the short term, a bullish divergence is also playing out. Let's see. Yes. Low, and equal lows. Also, a big liquidity sweep around this region. There's some nails. I don't really find any threat with these nails. They just look too ugly, but I look cleaner. Looking for that. Think where I've got the band. If we go lower, I might consider closing the position that the 2 hour loss. Around here, this could be a validate. It could be a validation zone. Actually, should be a bit below this. You hit the code bucket, and just go up. So ideally, I would just put my stop loss here. On that's the short term, yeah, just taking it to trade. Long term, we're still waiting for a bearish divergence to play out. At some point, I think that Bitcoin is definitely at the near end of this cycle, but can it quite forward, get up high? We're still in this falling wedge pattern. Where the low is in here. Because I think that is low, I can put up a falling wedge pattern. I could just target one of these trend line highs. 14 hour trade, but for now we just targeted the point of control or the previous week high. Personally, I think the long term for Bitcoin, yeah, we're seeing this April low, in kind of in a correction. The correction could be done. A correction in the third wave. We could get a bit higher, and then a blow up top will happen. But short term, low lows, low highs, entry confirmation, double fair value gap in the 110. I think this is also a double bottom. Yeah, the bottom and the bullish divergence was a good long. You can just sometimes you can just look at the chart and it's tell that the divergence is coming. Long of Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, I'm still going long ever since 2nd of September. Even though last night we had quite a big sell-off, targeting all the way up. Oh, I think my sweep position was close. Yep, it got close. But on the larger time frame, Ethereum is still making like low high highs, but the buying pressure is lower. And selling pressure is rising ever since this oh, it's actually here, especially in July. You're seeing increasing in selling pressure. There could be a head and shoulder pattern forming, just targeted this high to 1 and 1 to 5. If the Bitcoin is increasing in price, also mean Ethereum is going to still going long here, and I will just probably stop to break in. That is all the technical analysis, and looking at trading ideas. Have done all this, no trade in the 1st of September, but now I have to look it. And this thesis has been invalidated. It almost had there's no there's LVC entry is going good. It's already going that good. There is a short time. And today there I just have a quick recap. USD holding short. So USD look in the long. Bitcoin going long at 110. Stop loss on it. Bitcoin with the solar 919 in such a 19. Ethereum holding long. Start up breaking. Good. So that is the summary of today's video. I can look at that some of the altcoins, but like altcoins, but I was very similar. Yeah, Link is actually holding up very well. Oh, actually, not the market cap. Link USD. Yeah, it's holding very well. We're looking for new longs, but for now I wouldn't touch it. I don't have to, and crypto is very volatile. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you on the next one. Guys, to another market update.